Hi everyone, this is my week 6 video. I can't even believe that we only have 10 weeks left of the semester. This semester I think is flying by faster than the first semester. The things at the middle school continue to go well. I actually had a pretty great experience this week. I was able to create IEP goals for one of the students on my caseload. And while I've been involved in going to the PPTs and in marking progress for IEPs, you have to mark them every few months how their progress is. My supervisor allowed me to actually create custom goals and objectives for one of the students who's having trouble with social skills and self-confidence and initiating conversations. So I personally didn't really think any of the standard goals and objectives really matched what the student needed. So my supervisor let me try to make up my own custom goals and objectives for the student, and she helped me to tweak them, so they were appropriate. So that was challenging and also a rewarding thing to do, because I haven't had the opportunity to actually create IEP goals and objectives yet in this placement. So that was a big step, and I really enjoyed doing that. Something a little bit different this week. Still seeing all the kids on my caseload. We're at about I think it was 390 hours now this week. So, a little not as far ahead as I would like to be at this point. My last field placement, I tried to get my hours in as quickly as possible, and it's been a little difficult with the school because of all the snow days and things like that. But fortunately, I had some extra hours from the first semester. So, still on track, but I hope there's not too many more snow days. I think that they'll be taking out of the April vacation at this point because of the snow days, so I'll be able to make up some hours then as well. And I talked to my supervisor about perhaps having some reading hours if there is any more snow days that she can give me, so that I can make sure I stay on track. But so far so good. Hopefully the snow holds off for a little bit, because we've already had a few snow days and I just don't want to have too many more, but we're almost in the clear. And I'm just kind of looking forward to finishing up the semester at the school, finishing up with the students on my caseload. I'm in kind of a unique situation, I think, with endings, because the other intern, her program goes for the whole length of the school year, so she'll be staying at the school with the kids. She goes less hours a week than me, but she'll be staying, throughout June until the last day of school, whereas I'm leaving, by the end of April. So I'm trying to already start kind of preparing my students for that and letting them know that, my supervisor will be solely taking over the sessions with them, and just kind of making sure they're prepared, even though it's another 2 months away. I mean, just making sure that they know that the end is coming. I won't be there for the full remainder of the school year. And it's kind of a little bit different, because working in the inpatient unit in the hospital, we see kids only for, 1 week to 2 weeks at a time generally, and they're gone. So it's really short treatment. And so these kids I've been seeing now for, 22 weeks or whatever it is, maybe more. So I've really developed a relationship with these kids, so I want to make sure that they're prepared, and myself as well. I was prepared for the endings and things like that. Unfortunately, obviously, my supervisor is involved in their case at the school, so she's obviously well informed and will be able to take over. But I just want to make sure they're prepared. And actually, on that same note, was kind of what I wanted to bring up this week, is one of the students who I've talked about many, many times, I think, and she has been the subject of my process recordings, and she's one of the difficult cases that I have. A lot of behavioral issues. One of the ones we had to come up with a behavioral plan for. But a sweet, funny kid. I really like her. The same girl who I told you about, with the boundary issues and bought me the present and things like that, actually withdrew from school 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, I didn't know she was leaving. She'd been talking about, my mom wants to send me to move with my dad in Alabama because I'm getting in trouble so much, but she's been saying that since the beginning of the school year. So I always kind of personally thought it was a little bit for attention and things like that. And all of a sudden, I looked one day and she wasn't in school for a week. And so I tried calling the mom. Mom never called me back. And then one day I went to search her name on the school system portal, and her name wasn't there. And so we talked to the guidance counselor, and apparently her mother withdrew her. So she moved to Alabama out of the blue. I saw her one Friday, and, we were working on, she does a journal for me every week, and we go through and we talk about and you go over skills every week, and she just disappeared. She's not there anymore. And so I have to admit, like I said, I don't have a lot of experience spending so much a prolonged time with the clients I work with. And I'm really trying to make sure that I prepare for these endings. Even in my last placement at the emergency room, we weren't working with the clients for a very long time, especially in the emergency room, 1 to 2 days probably. So this is kind of a unique experience for me. And I had always imagined it would be really difficult for her to separate at the end of my time at the school. And it just kind of caught me off guard to have her leave the school midway through the school year with no warning. So I was sort of the one that was kind of left hanging, I feel like. So I just wanted to know if anybody has, I know we're a little early and premature for this, but if people are kind of starting to prepare their clients for termination and talking about endings already, if you guys are waiting till a little bit closer towards the end. I hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you soon.